Central Ohio Nature proudly presents Painted, Story of a Turtle. Narration by Don Kloss, OCVN. One day in late June, some people found a painted turtle in their backyard. This was strange to them because the painted turtle, while native to Ohio, was in an area where there were no streams or lakes for it to live in. It was most likely that someone had captured it from the wild when it was small as a pet for their children and put it in an aquarium or other such container. This is not a good thing to do because when the people tire of the animal, they release it back to the wild and it no longer knows how to care for itself. The people surrendered this turtle to me because when they tried to take it to a wildlife center, they were told that they would just euthanize it, and the people did not want that to happen. They brought it back home and contacted me, and I kept it in a large container of water for several days while I was able to ensure that it was healthy. I decided that in a few days, if it was okay, I would release it in Beaver Lake, which is nearby. I fish in the lake often, and it has plenty of fish, habitat, and other turtles. I felt this was okay to do because one thing I noticed about this turtle was it had a thin layer of algae on its back. So whoever had taken it from the wild had probably done this not too long ago. It had probably grown up in the wild. After 5 days, I was confident that the turtle could be released, so I went to Beaver Lake and brought my great-nephews and niece with me, as they are animal lovers and nature lovers, and this was an opportunity for them to learn a valuable lesson. When I set the turtle down in the water at the edge of the lake, it just sat, probably wondering what was going on, but after I gave it a little nudge, it scooted off into the water.
Come on, girl. Swim away.
After it had been out in the water for a few minutes, it spent about an hour while we watched it swimming around, surfacing, and going back under repeatedly. It kept looking in my direction, and I think it might have been thinking to itself about what had happened to it and wondering if I was going to come into the water and capture it again to put it back in a container. It seemed very happy and at home exploring this area that was new to it, and I had a feeling that it was going to get along very well here based on this being a good spot for turtles.
Right straight out in front of
I
me.
knew that when I would come back to this lake to fish and kayak, that I would be looking for this turtle with its large size and beautiful markings. The lesson to be learned here is that wild animals are just that. They are not pets, and if you take one as a pet, you do it a great disservice. This is also something that is illegal by state law. The Division of Wildlife in Ohio legally owns every wild animal. So in doing so, you could easily be prosecuted, which would result in fines and even jail time. Wildlife is to be observed in the wild and not taken. I feel confident that this turtle will have a happy life now, and that I did the correct thing in releasing it to the wild. Thank you for watching this video.